second or third either way. So kind of an interesting thing how this can match up. So this game really matters quite a bit to these teams, and both of them in it to fight for it. Chaminade coming off a couple tough games so far this season, but they end their season in, you would say, fair fashion. They're playing Notre Dame, Dana Muir, and Hawaii Hilo, both on the bottom half here of the standings. So there, Eagles double up on defense, goes the other way, flip-up shot, doesn't go. Jamel White gets his first rebound, pushes tempo down to Brian Chambers, who pulls for a big three, doesn't go, with a good look for him. Goes the other way. So there's how Chaminade will end their season. We look at vice versa. The Point Loma side, they are playing this evening as well, so we'll go ahead and get you some stats there. Three-pointer made for the Silver Swords comes the other way. They're playing Hawaii Pacific. Then they face Fresno Pacific on the 23rd. And then obviously Concordia, as we talked about, next weekend. So that is the end matchup here. Hawaii Pacific, a team kind of in the lower half of the standings, but can find a win any way they want to get it there. Has been a strong team all year. So we see that from Hawaii Pacific. Fresno Pacific gave the Eagles a bit of a run this week. They're 8-12 in conference. The Eagles barely inched it out on Thursday night against them, but were able to do so. So a lot of movement in a very tough conference, commonly known as the Pac West, is one of the best D2 basketball conferences in the country. Right now, Silver Swords go up with a quick 5-0. Eagles look to get Gerlach in the mix here, the senior. Flip it out to Brian Chambers. He'll take a hop, step back, fade away, barely misses. Will reset, going to the corner here. Eagles wanted a travel call there, didn't get it. They'll go ahead and get the possession, though. Rob Taylor goes to the 2-on-1 the other side. Has some backup there. Brian Chambers will tip that one in and get the bucket there. Nice job cleaning up the trash high. So Eagles will grab that, transition back the other way. Eagles are 0 of 3 behind three-point land, though. That was a number that hurt them against Fresno Pacific. Really struggled behind three-point land, so they're going to need to step it up to beat a good Silver Swords team. Help defense there coming from the Eagles. One of the things you'll notice often, Concordia, a very good defensive team. Teams struggle to play against Concordia with how much they double on defense. They switch often. Very neutral height team. You see even the bigs at Concordia will switch and can play against the guards. Jamel White, he called bank midair. Add that to his point total. The Eagles will improve that to 1 of 3 there. Sorry, we were looking at the wrong stat earlier. It was 1 of 2 or 0 of 2 prior. Now it's 1 of 3. And the Eagles thought they had all ball there, but a whistle goes. That one's going to go against Rob Taylor, who picks up his first, team's first, and gets that one. Concordia with 2 team fouls. One was against Gerlach early. That one against Rob Taylor. 2-0 here. Shot is up and good. Shot goes 2 of 2. Grabs that, adds it to his point total. Transitions the other way. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us on air, Concordia's SID, the one, the only. Hope you're putting your hands together at home for Ben Rosehart.
How's it going, John?
You know what? It's good. It'll be a little better once the Eagles get that bucket, which they did, so I am, in fact, a little bit better now. 7-all the score. Concordia, nice move. Gerlach gets a bucket there. That one is off. We'll transition the other way. Just got done telling the fans here, Ben, about all the matchups and kind of scenarios that could happen in the top 3 here. Cale Knuckles grabs that, drives the hoop, lays it in. That is a freshman that has been on fire. He's definitely got to be in the run in top 3 for freshman of the year, if not at the top of that list. The Eagles go to trap, not able to hold it. We'll reset the other way.
Yeah, I believe Alex Wright from Biola and Cale Knuckles probably the top 2 in that category. He has been Pac West Freshman of the Week 3 times already this year.
Well, and Grant Dressler there gets the bucket, puts a 3-up for the visiting Silver Swords here. They take the lead by 1. Brian Chambers gets to the screen. Nice dish off. Gerlach gets the bucket. Nice move.
The senior connection working to perfection.
But a quick coast-to-coast move there gets it for Tyler Cartano. Eagles will slow down the tempo a little bit here as they reset. We had a chance earlier this evening to honor seniors. Brian Chambers, Jeff Gerlach. There are a few of them in there in the mix there. Some of the ones that you're seeing here, though, are juniors that still have a season ahead. You know, you got Jamel White, that's one of those. Rob Taylor that fits that. And Cale Knuckles, a redshirt freshman. The Eagles really wanted the offensive foul there. Didn't get the whistle. The bench lets them hear it there. And we're going to see an entrance of Tyler LaCour at the next whistle along with Cam English.
Silver Swords really pushing the tempo here. That's usually something the Eagles do.
Nice move there, getting the bucket. Number 25, Eric Shive, picks that up. And the Eagles trail by 5. Will slow things down, work to get into offensive flow. Obviously, Silver Swords, you're seeing, going to the lane quickly. Seems to be their M.O.
A few turnovers here early for the Eagles, very uncharacteristic.
And there's an offensive foul there. Jamel White draws that one. It'll come the other way. With 14:46 on the clock, we're going to go ahead and get here at CUAEagles.com. Eagles trail by 5 as we come back to the action. Eagles possession coming off of a nice offensive foul there. Eagles, Jamel White drawing that. Tyler LaCour, Cam English, and Kyle Gray, the new Eagles back in the game here. Tyler LaCour for 3, doesn't go. Flips around, eagle on eagle, doesn't go their way. And Chaminade will take possession.
LaCour never shy of letting it fly. He kind of reminds me of Rodney Rogers back in the day, where he's a bigger guy that can shoot the 3 with regularity and score.
The Eagles trap there, ball's tipped away. 14 seconds on the shot clock here. Chaminade will need to move somewhat quickly. They bring this one in as Cartano brings it through. 8 seconds. Slips there. Eagles get the ball. Goes to Brian Chambers. He cuts back, gets the ball over to Kyle Gray. Brian wants it again. Drives the hoop. Nothing home. Gives it back to Jamel White to set up the offense for the Eagles.
Nice crossover there. Everything but the finish.
Foul goes against Concordia 24. Cam English picking up his first. Team's third. 3-1 in the foul game in favor of the Eagles there. Favor meaning most in that scenario. Moves the other way. 13:45 on the clock here. So fairly quick moving first half so far, all things considered.
Good defense there by LaCour on the top.
Silver Swords continue to stay perimeter. They're looking inside the whole time. Eagles tip this away. Tyler LaCour almost holds on to it. 2 seconds in the shot clock. Having to throw this one up. They do. Ball is bounced around here. And Eagles will come out with it. Run with a 2-on-2 matchup here. Brian Chambers dishes the ball over to Jamel White. He pulls up for the 18-footer. Puts it in.
Very smooth on that jumper.
Eagles back within 3 here.
They lost by 3 to Chaminade at their place earlier this season, looking to return the favor here.
It was a very close game there. Nice defense, Brian Chambers. Ball swings around, 3-point opportunity. Doesn't go. Ooh. And the Eagles a little upset by this. They wanted a foul call there or something with the big coming flying out of the air, but Chaminade will go ahead and get the ball there. Coach Ammon letting the referee know he is not happy with that. He jumped, came down on him hard, and he flipped right out of there. This one comes in. Kyle Gray playing defense. Eagles will look. And a travel called there. Taking a couple too many steps is Grant Dressler. We talked about that a little bit earlier, about all the travels we had in the women's game, and about how a lot of these teams, when they're running, even you see them with their pregame mix-ups there. They're traveling all over the place and just getting bad habits there. Right there is another one of those, kind of looked like that. Took a few too many stutter steps and went the other way.
They ran out of frequent flyer miles. That was the problem.
And a nice move from Tyler LaCour. Folks, he's been extremely impressive since he has come back. Chaminade here pulls up for this, doesn't go. LaCour with the rebound, gets the ball to Chambers. The Eagles will push tempo transition offense, moves quickly here. Ball's tipped away. Chambers not able to hold on to that. Goes back, flips in. Cam English with the block. The Eagles' Brian Chambers is there to lay it in, gets the bucket. The Eagles within one.
That is a big 4-point swing there. Great hustle by the big man from Oregon.
Looks the other way. Eagles try to mix it up here. Nice defense, one-on-one matchup. And they thought they were switching through there. They didn't. And get an easy bucket for Chaminade there.
James Shunn made the right decision there, and it really just kind of caught them off guard there.
Brian Chambers pull up 12-footer off the rim. Cam English fights for the rebound. Ball flips around, and
eventually
the Silver Swords will get it back.
Oh, it's very awkward. Shunn probably never, you figured he would get the rebound there. Well, they're not afraid to shoot the three when they come down. It's almost immediately going up.
Kyle Gray gets the easy bucket there for Concordia as the Eagles improve to 19-18, regain the lead here. When we get a media break next, we'll see entrances from Cale Knuckles, Jeff Gerlach, and there's another offensive foul. Tyler LaCour gets that one there. That goes against number 3, Nicholas Anderson, picking up hit.com. Eagles will inbound. 3-2 on the foul game. The Eagles have the majority of those. Ball comes the other way as Jamel White transitions. Looks to the corner. One of the things we've seen in Jamel White's game, I won't necessarily say it's improved, but maybe got more bold would be the best way to put it, is his outside shot. You know, you saw it early on in the season, not necessarily afraid to take that three-point shot, but he's more comfortable driving the basket. This year, later in the season, Eagles have done this. Kyle Gray, I thought he was going to take that shot. Had a couple Eagles down low to protect it. But Jamel White not afraid, very bold on that three-point attempt.
Yeah, Gray had a huge outing on Thursday night in the win here in Irvine over Fresno Pacific. 16 points in the season-high, 9 rebounds in that CUI victory over Fresno.
Rob Taylor draws the foul there. Picking that one up. It's going to be number 13, Tyler Cartano, his first, team's third there. 19-18, Eagles are still in the lead. Taylor's going to have an opportunity for 2 more. See what he can do from the charity stripe here. On the season, he is just below an 80% free throw shooter. He's going to go above 80 with those 2 buckets there. He is .794, so I'm pretty sure it's skewed in his favor on that one. Good defense from Concordia as they reset. Almost get a turnover here. Quick transition offense. Frees up a 3 for the Silver Swords, and they will grab it as Roman Young picks that up. Young, the junior from Kansas on this squad. Jamel White gives the ball to Knuckles. Gerlach wanted the ball inside, wasn't able to get it. Special shout out to all the Aussies watching this one back home for Gerlach's last game here in the CU Arena. We love that you're joining us.
Yeah,
right there, we're just going to get an offensive foul called. Didn't think that was what we were going to see there, but Jamel White picks up his first, team's 4th there.
Yeah, there's been at least one Australian player on Coach Ken Ammon's roster here since 2007. Gerlach, obviously 4.5 years here, and one of the 3 seniors being honored tonight. Also, Austin Clark, the younger brother of Anderson Clark.
All right, Eagles swarming on defense here to help run the shot clock down there. Coach Ammon fighting against official Kenny Yee there, saying that was the 5-second mark. Not happy with that. Moves the other way as the Silver Swords take the 2-point lead here. Gerlach drives the hoop. Nice move from the big man.
It's good to see him be aggressive. You saw Cam English hustle down the floor to make a really game-changing block a couple of minutes ago. Good to see the bigs active early.
Gerlach's pretty agile there. I mean, come on now.
Look at him out there trying to double briefly.
Flips around, getting the tip in, though, is Eric Shive, the senior from California. Dish this one to Kyle Gray, fakes the three, drives the hoop, and they're going to get a foul called there. This foul's going to go against, what you said, number 5. 25, Eric Shive, his first, team's 4th. So both teams with 4. Kyle Gray at the charity stripe. He makes both, can tie it up here. First one no good as Brian Chambers, Cam English come in for Concordia, along with Nicholas Anderson for the visiting Silver Swords.
Yeah, Anderson's a senior for Chaminade. He's from Anaheim, California, Fullerton College, too, as well.
Brian Chambers is so excited to get into the game. Didn't realize that he's coming in for the shooter there in Kyle Gray at the line. Kyle Gray's shot is up and good, so now he is able to come in.
Everyone gets a good laugh over that.
He just really wanted to be in the game. Eagles are counting out there. They knew they had 6. They just didn't see where their matchup was wrong of who was supposed to pull who.
Now the Anaheim native, that's Anderson bringing the ball up.
Rob Taylor almost forces a turnover there. The Eagles are mismatched down low. Jamel White trying to get there. And in the midst of it, gets the foul call. Foul call goes against number 13, Tyler Cartano. Picks up his 2nd, team's 5th. As they'll enter for him, Grant Dressler comes back into the game for the visiting Silver Swords.
Yeah, the Silver Swords are, like we mentioned, not afraid to let it fly from downtown. They shoot 36% from three-point land entering tonight's contest, and they have a couple guys over 41%, including Eric Scheib, as you mentioned, and of course, their leading scorer, Grant Dressler.
And Eagles will step on the line there, so they'll go the other way, and with 7:59 on the clock, we'll go ahead and get another media timeout.
Out of the timeout, 25-24. Eagles down by a point here against the visitors from Chaminade. Ben Rosart, John O'Neill with the call with you tonight. A couple of scores to pass along. The Concordia softball team extended its winning streak to 11 today after sweeping a doubleheader at Azusa Pacific. They're 4-0 to start conference play in the Pac West. And Callan Nunez, again for the 2nd straight day, won 2 games, one as a starter, one in relief.
Cam English picks up the rebound, pushes ahead. Jamel White brings the ball across for Concordia. He's got a lot of space there. A little surprised we haven't seen a shot from him. Ooh. That one flips around. Will go in favor of Concordia with 21 seconds on the clock.
Kind of an awkward hustle play there for the Silver Swords, but everybody appears to be okay.
Jamel White grabs the ball on the inbound here.
He's so quick with that crossover. You got to be aware at all times if you're defending him.
Cam English makes the move. Brian Chambers with it. Pulls up for 3 from deep. Just misses that one. Gets the ball over. Eagles have a fresh shot clock and can slow things down.
Former Eagle Matt Scott kind of kept him from going into the 2nd row there. Sitting over the 1st row there.
The Eagles are going to get an offensive foul called against him. Rob Taylor picks up his 2nd, team's 5th, as Cale Knuckles comes into the game.
You can already get a sense that the Concordia coaching staff not a huge fan of how this officiating crew has been dictating the calls so far.
Yeah.
Just keep an eye on that, because this is probably going to be a close contest. Just
this
like
is
it was
going to be an extremely close contest here. Both great basketball teams, long-standing programs.
Wow.
An artistic move from Jamel White to stay away from getting the foul, but Silver Swords will still get the bucket. You know, you talked about the three-point percentage there for the visiting Silver Swords. The Eagles are coming in at 34% on the season. Jamel White passes off to Cam English, gets the bucket there. We've seen so much improvement from that young man. His agility down low, his prowess on defense. my goodness, it's been fun to watch him over the years here as an Eagle. He's another guy that he's a red shirt junior, and so he's going to have some time here. He's not done just yet, so next year he's going to be a big leader on this squad. Ball flipped around.
Unbelievable.
And the Eagles upset they didn't get a travel as he was sliding around on the floor there.
If we did a coin flip for every call right now, it'd probably be about 75-25 Chaminade. But it's also, I mean, we're not even at halftime. You still got 5:55 here to go in the first. The Eagles have to just maintain their composure.
3 seconds on the shot clock there, so Eagles are going to need to play tight defense here. Chaminade gets the bucket there as James Chun picks that up.
That's a really solid inbounds play. I mean, usually the Eagles are the ones catching the opponent off guard. Chaminade's very tricky in very many ways, the same type of offense that they run.
Brian Chambers called bank in the air and gets it right there. I heard it from here. I don't know if you did there, Ben. And the Concordia team that draws a lot of fouls here, not happy with that call as head coach Eric Boverdi. Second one that goes against Grant Dressler. 6 fouls for the visiting Silver Swords, 5 for Concordia as Tyler LaCour, Kyle Gray come back into the game.
Dressler, their leading scorer with 19.1 points per contest. Shive, of course, was 16.7, and right in that top 3, Tyler Cartano, 17 points per game.
Ooh, Tyler LaCour draws that one. I need you to throw a pen there. Just throw it. There we go. Nice move from him. Counting the basket, drawing that foul is number 10, Elliott Donley, his first, team 7th. LaCour will be at the line, seeing if he can't pick up the three-point play here. His Eagles in the lead by 1. Ball is up and good. Completes the three-point play. Add that to his point total. Chaminade moves the ball across here. Nicholas Anderson, the senior from Anaheim, local guy. The Eagles get this one. Kyle Gray gets it. Ball flips around. Brian Chambers wondering what are we going to do with it. Send it to Jamel White. Let him put up a pass is what we'll call it maybe. An air ball 3
overshot that one.
Misses that. Concordia will get it. Kyle Gray pushes tempo the other way. This is a quick team. Both these teams used to moving so quick on transition offense.
Oh, my.
Three-point shot doesn't go. Brian Chambers was through for the steal if it came. Didn't get it.
You know, he made 2 like that earlier this week that brought the house down because he was way behind the arc. He definitely has the ability to make that shot. Good pressing defense right in front of the Concordia bench here by the Eagles on the floor. Kickball.
Kickball, 7 seconds in the shot clock, I believe. Oh, see, I was under the impression it improved to 15. I guess it goes to 20 here. 4:16 on the clock, so we won't have a media timeout yet. Bit of a line change from both teams, though. Well, actually, Eagles only threw in Gerlach there, so not too much difference. We're seeing 3 new Silver Swords in the mix here. 20 seconds in the shot clock.
They're tricky on that inbounds. They like to shoot it right away.
Eagles 2-on-2 matchup here. Brian Chambers drives the hoop, barely misses that one. Thought he got a little contact in the air.
Silver Swords going right at the rim. No time to panic, no time to think about the last missed shot.
Foul called against Eagles 15, Jeff Gerlach, his second, team 6th. Grant Dressler at the charity stripe here. Shot is up and good. Cam English will check into the game here for Gerlach as he's playing with 2 fouls. Shot is up. 1 for 2 at the line. Chambers will come through with the rebound there. Eagles lead by 1. Under 4 minutes. Our next pause will be a media timeout here. Brian Chambers swings to Jamel White, drives the hoop.
Wow.
Nice move there. Comes through, gets his own rebound. Eagles have a fresh shot clock. And Jamel White showing some maturity there. Says, slow things down. Let's reset the offense and run a play.
The Chaminade women's team won the first game of our doubleheader 68-63.
Add that to his point total.
Tyler LaCour with the deep three.
There we go.
We were talking about what he brings to the table as now a weapon off the bench. He's obviously made a lot of starts here as well at Concordia over the last couple of years.
That young man has just been impressive on both sides. Sad to see him go. Love seeing him in an Eagles jersey, but he's going to transition the other way.
Wow. He was in the drive-through lane there. Another kick out. Oh.
Just misses that one. A good look for Concordia, though.
Ooh, man.
You got to be happy with that there. The Eagles will reset.
The turbo button just keeps getting pressed by both teams. That's a foul in English, I think.
We return back to the action here in the CU Arena, as at the charity stripe here is Massa Swain. First one doesn't go. It's going to get another opportunity right here. Eagles are ahead by 4. Shot is up and good. 1 of 2 for Massa. Makes it a 3-point lead for Concordia. One of the things we haven't seen that we might have expected a little bit of the Silver Swords is a full court press here. We saw the women's side of the game earlier. They ran that the entire game, really threw Concordia out of whack. LaCour makes a move. He so quickly does that right there. That one's going to stay with the Eagles there. Saying they should have got a fresh shot clock, I thought. No. Didn't get the rim, so we'll come the other way. 13 seconds on the shot clock, 2:30 in the half. Gerlach with it. The Eagles, time is running out. Jamel White pulls that up, add that to his point total. Gets the bucket. The Eagles are going to stay with not necessarily a full court press, just full court pressure. They want them to be contested the whole way down. Dish this one out, pulling up, no good. Eagles come down with the rebound. Kyle Gray with it. Eagles will reset as Jamel White will take things over, and we're under the 2-minute marker. Jamel White puts his back to the defender, gives the ball to LaCour. They're guarding him a little further out now. Gerlach, the big body, moves through, uses the glass. Ball's tipped away. Eagles will get that rebound, can reset the offense here. Tyler LaCour with it. Looks for 3. Drives the hoop. Lays it in quickly. Just off the back of the rim there. Good attempt from him. Eagles with a 6-point lead. Nice defense from Gerlach. Almost thought we had a moving screen there on Eric Shive. And the Eagles will take a 30-second timeout with 1:12 on the clock, in the lead by 4. Fans, we'd like to thank Sand Canyon Urgent Care and Dr. Lynn for being proud sponsors of Concordia Athletics. Sand Canyon Urgent Care action here in the C Arena. John O'Neill on air with you. 37-33 in favor of Concordia as the Eagles will inbound. Move things over. We'll have a few possessions left here as we head in towards the end of the first half. Eagles swing it to Brian Chambers. Chambers steps back, looks for an Eagle here. Thought Kyle Gray was flipping the other way. Throws this one away. Under a minute here. The Eagles get this one on defense now. As the Silver Swords set the screen high. Drive the other way. Good defense from Jamel White. And the bucket goes to Eric Shive. Be about a 10-second difference between shot clock, game clock, and so the Eagles will not get the last shot here, apparently. Jamel White with it, throws this one away. The Eagles are going to need to get back here. And this one will go the other way. Now the Eagles will hold for last shot as Brian Chambers brings the ball across the half-court line for Concordia. 10 seconds now on the clock. Tie game. Eagles make the bucket. They'll go into the half here ahead. Brian Chambers drives the hoop. Fadeaway jumper. just flips away. And if it goes, it counts for Chaminade. It doesn't. We'll enter the half tied up here at 37. Folks, Station Box in Irvine is a proud sponsor of Concordia Athletics. When you're in Irvine, head on over to Eagles.com. As we come back to the action, the Eagles will take over the possession. A few stats to point out here as we get going. On the total rebound game, Eagles are +6, so 23-17. From the field, the Eagles are shooting 42%. They're shooting 25% behind three-point land. And they're going to say a walk there from Cale Knuckles. Will go the other way. Visiting Silver Swords, shooting just barely better at 46% from the field and just barely better at 30% from behind three-point land. So Eagles got a few more possessions there because of those rebounds. Seeing if they can get out of this one. Right to the basket doesn't go there from Tyler Cartano. And so he'll go ahead and reset as the Eagles bring this the other way. Back to the mix is Ben Rosehart. That ball is tipped down. And Rob Taylor tried to get there in time to tip that away. Wasn't able to. Cartano tried to draw the foul there. Didn't get that either. Eagles reset. Brian Chambers looks to Gerlach. It wasn't home. The Eagles will reset with 15 seconds in the shot clock here. Nice move from Chambers. Little give-and-go action with Gerlach. Gets the bucket.
Yeah, I gave myself a pep talk at halftime to do a better job, just do my part, you got
to get your
job.
pen flips
That's
in,
right.
your
I
throws.
was practicing.
Okay.
Did I get my warm-ups?
Long two-pointer will go in favor of Nicholas Anderson and the Silver Swords there as they lead by 2. Every possession matters at this point. It is that big of a game here. Both teams going 0-0 at the half, basically. Rob Taylor with it. Nice cut, dish up. Back tied up here. Both teams just fighting for one big stop every time they're on defense. Get a big stop, transition that. That one dishes to the corner there, a little too long, tipped away. Eagles will get it. They look down. No one's home. Jamel White was there but wasn't open.
You know, it's funny. These teams play so quickly. Sometimes it might be when someone, pumps the brakes at the right time, might actually be the right move.
Exactly. Eagles get the big stop converted on the other end there as Chambers passes off to Gerlach. Nice thing to point out, last week, about a week ago actually, it was on Monday night, we saw Brian Chambers beat the record for most assists in a game there. I believe it was the number 17. It was 17. 16 was the previous record.
Correct.
And if I want to say it was back in 93.
The last 2 times that happened, mid-90s, 96, 93.
96, 93, okay.
And as you see, Chambers obviously can also
add that to his point total.
Knock it down from long range. He's a very streaky shooter from the outside, but when he gets the confidence going, he's just brimming with it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Offensive foul there. Chambers was there early and hung out. Getting that foul call is Tyler Cartano, his third, team's first of the half. No team really had a lot of foul trouble on either side in the first half, as both had 17 fouls entering it. But Cartano, a starter, a powerhouse for this team, has 3 right now. So that'll be a little interesting to see what happens there. How much is he averaging a game there, Ben?
17.2 points per contest, also leading the team in rebounds with 6.3 boards as well.
Eagles will reset again, 15 seconds to the shot clock. Chambers gets knocked around a little bit in the air there. He'll go to the charity stripe for 2. Before we do, picking up that foul is going to be Nicholas Anderson. Picks up his second, team's second of the half.
Assistant coach Stephen Ferry here talking to 3-time Pac West Freshman of the Week, Cale Knuckles, trying to make sure he knows his defensive responsibilities and how the Silver Swords may try to attack his side of the court.
Masa Swain comes into the game here, giving Cartano a quick breather. Might be a little longer than a quick breather with 3 fouls.
Right.
Not as much due to
that.
Yeah, he might be taking a quick break here. Expect we'll see him probably in 2-3 minutes here, back into the mix. Right there, though, Eagles go up 5.
Chambers almost automatic at the free throw line. You've seen it time and time again. And here, a nice passing display by the Silver Swords.
Rob Taylor drives the hoop but isn't able to convert. But he's going to get back quickly here. Pressure on defense, throwing that one up there, getting the bucket is Masa Swain, and he's been impressive. Swain only 3 points to his name, but we've seen him all over the floor so far this evening. Rob Taylor pulls up. No good on that. We'll reset the other way. A 3-point game with the Silver Swords taking over on offense. Rob Taylor gets this one here. He comes through, isn't able to get that, but Cam English is home for the tip in. Taylor wants the points, but is happier that his team's getting the points, and someone's there to pick that up.
Wow. Circus shot there. It didn't go.
Mel White puts the brakes on and then speeds it up again. Eagles had numbers. Cale Knuckles for 3. Just long.
He shoots right around 39% per contest this year, usually knocking down a couple per game.
The Eagles look to trap, fighting their screen there. And they're going to give that foul to Cam English. Picks up his 3rd. Team's first. John O'Neill, Ben Rosehart back on air. CUAEagles.com. Silver Swords will inbound. They trail by 5 right now. Cam English struggling a little bit on fouls. Has 3 to his name early. He's been a defensive strong suit here for Concordia.
Wow, nice
right there.
here.
Cartano's back into the game quickly. Didn't expect to see him that soon, but getting that bucket from the outside is Jake Hutchins, 22, as he enters the game and gets the bucket, the junior from Las Vegas. Ryan Chambers floats it up, puts it in. He answers back quickly. As we see Grant Dressler here dish the ball off over to Anderson. Ball swings to the outside. And Eagles wanted the foul there, didn't get a call. You saw Mel White waiting for that the whole time. Getting that bucket, though, is Grant Dressler, number 12, for 3. Makes it a 1-point game here at 52-51.
He's got 13 already. Again, he averages 19 per contest. Top 5 in the conference.
Cam English draws a screen there. Ryan Chambers floats this one up. Was waiting for the foul called there. He's going to pressure on defense the whole way here. If he can hold him another 3 seconds. Oh, they got it across just barely in time with about a second to spare. We reset. Dishing the ball inside. Missing an easy bucket there was Anderson, but they got a fresh shot clock out of it. They'll reset as Hutchins gets another opportunity and puts that one in. The junior showing up clutch here for his team.
Silver Swords now up by 2. Nice little run there on. Concordia calling the TO. In the second half on senior night here in beautiful Irvine, California. Ben Rosehart, John O'Neill with the call with you this evening.
Well, and you saw Coach Ammon in the huddle there was just wanting intensity and stops out of his team. That was the conversation. You know, if we miss a ball, get a stop. That's all I care about here. Mm-hmm. You know, the offense is looking okay. They're moving the ball fine. But his expectation is that they're going to get a stop every time. Right there, Cartano takes it to the hoop, gets the bucket. 4-point lead, which is the biggest of the game for the Silver Swords.
That was a pretty good defensive effort there. That was a tough off-balance shot. That was a nice swat by the black and blue there. Until Kyle Gray, clean up aisle 2.
Exactly. He'll get the bucket. That foul call is going to go against Hutchins, number 22, picks up his first team's 3rd. Officials, relatively speaking, letting them play here as neither team really in a bunch of foul trouble. 3-1, only 4 fouls called in basically 7 minutes.
As you mentioned earlier, Cartano does have 3 fouls for the visitors. Rob Taylor with a couple.
And he finishes the 3-point play. Add that to his point total. 13 minutes even on the clock here as the Eagles trail by 1.
Good fake there down low. Tricky shot, rebounded by Gray, going the other way though.
Gray's going to push tempo, gets the ball over to Rob Taylor.
Nice
Kale
pass.
Knuckles wants it, drives the hoop, goes inside, just barely too far inside, misses that basket. Will come the other way.
Oh, then he steals
Gets a steal, passes off to Chambers. Eagles have numbers here. Chambers
Nice
gives the
pass.
ball up here.
Might have gotten away with the travel there underneath Gray on the pump fakes. Regardless, the Silver Swords come away with no damage.
The Eagles a little upset they're not getting foul calls on the offensive side here.
Nice pass there to a cutting Tyler Cartano. And is that a technical?
I believe they're teeing him up there. He hung on the rim for a while there, and the officials did not like it. Neither does Coach Eric Bovardi. He does. He picks up a tee.
That's a tough break, and yet you get the momentum. It's a 1-point game right now. I mean, that's tough if you're Chaminade there.
It definitely is. We're rewatching the transition here on our side. There's a little bit of a delay, and so we can see this over here. They dish it out. He puts it there. It was a close call there.
Mini chin up. I think in a close game you let that go personally. But regardless, now they're talking it over. Great job by the student section here. A whiteout. Not only the Eagles, but many fans wearing white tonight as part of our promotion here on senior night here in Irvine.
And we'll find the official call for you here momentarily. But Chambers is going to be taking two, so I got to imagine that's still going to stand here. So first shot up from Chambers is good. Let's see what happens as he takes his second one there. That'll be good as well. So Cartano will have 4 fouls, has a T to his name, so anything else happens with him the rest of the game, either his second T or a foul in general, and he'll be out of this one. The Eagles will take over on their side on offense, trailing by 1. The story of this one really is going to be if Cartano can come back into the game. I got to imagine we're not going to see him until 5-6 minutes left in this one.
I would agree with that prediction as well, and that could be something that turns the tide here, especially in favor of the home team. Gray thinking about the 3 over there, wisely decides against it. Now it's Gerlach setting the pick for his fellow senior. Then Chambers, nowhere to go. Great closeout by Shive.
The Eagles going to need to move quickly here. Chambers drives the hoop, passes off to Gerlach, gets the bucket. We've been seeing those two team up all year with that. Gerlach seems to always be at the right place at the right time when Chambers drives the hoop. Once that defender pulls, he gets that. If the defender doesn't pull, Chambers not afraid to go hard to the hoop.
Yeah, the chemistry there between him and both bigs, really, Gerlach and Cam English has been on display, especially this homestand.
The Eagles needed to switch back here on defense. This one flipped to the corner. Gerlach laid on it. Rob Taylor gets the rebound, comes to the other side. That's one of the things you're going to struggle with Concordia is if you're switching through every screen and if you're doubling high balls there for traps, you're going to have some opportunities like that where the Silver Swords are going to get the ball on the other side. Right there, Eagles get the quick bucket. Silver Swords call a timeout. The Eagles in the lead, 60. Silver Swords will take over the possession coming after their own called timeout. The Eagles came back, though. We're down 4 now +3. Momentum swings from Cartano, the star senior, junior redshirt there, picking up his 4th foul and a tee. The Eagles wanted a walk there, didn't get it. Ball swings to the outside there. Ball goes inside to Grant Dressler. Dressler moves away. A mismatch here for Concordia. Nice defense for Concordia here. And they dish it off. Gerlach gets the ball. It's going to stay with the Silver Swords with 1 second on the shot clock here. So Eagles are going to need to deny here. Let's see what they get out of this as we mop up the floor first here. And they'll go ahead and enter in the senior Nicholas Anderson here from Anaheim, California. Got to imagine he knows some people here in the arena tonight. local guy. Ball comes in. They get the bucket. Makes it a 1-point game here as the Eagles take over on offense. Chambers with it. Will drive through, loses his dribble, gives the ball back to Gerlach to reset. Gerlach has been wanting that ball inside the whole time. That one's stolen away from Chambers. And a three-point pull-up doesn't go, but there to pick up the trash. Not able to get there, though. It'll go in favor of Concordia. Wow, a hustle play there from the Eagles. Nicholas Anderson trying to push a three-pointer there. Thought he might have driven to the hoop there, drawn a foul. Didn't see that happen, so ball will flip back the other way.
61-60, anyone's game.
Tyler LaCour with it. I love this matchup here. Put him on an island.
Yeah.
Everyone else clear out. Now that they came in, the Eagles really wanted a foul there, but they'll get the steal instead. Brian Chambers with it. He might pull up. Oh, he's going to drive the hoop. Comes off contact there. Jeff Gerlach with it. Looks to the outside here. Brings it into Rob Taylor. He's going to put that down. The Eagles and the Silver Swords all wanted fouls there. Kyle Gray and Cale Knuckles will come into the game for the Eagles here. Still a 1-point game in favor of Concordia. We mentioned this is going to be a battle through and through. Giving you some scores around the Pac West, though, is Point Loma leads over Fresno Pacific, scores 76-57. 6 minutes left in that one. Probably all but over there.
If both Concordia wins tonight and Point Loma wins tonight as well, then it would be potentially for the top seed in the conference tournament next Saturday at Point Loma.
Battle for first. I got to imagine that's going to be a packed arena. So just prepare for that now. Full house there. The Eagles set right here. Brian Chambers with it. Works off of Gerlach. Puts it up for three. Gerlach fights for the rebound there. So does Kyle Gray. And the Eagles are going to say that should have gone the other way. But either way, they'll come in. Cam English checks into this one. He's playing with 3 fouls for Concordia. So he's going to need to stay out of foul trouble with 8:48. And the Silver Swords up by 1.
Brian Chambers leading the Eagles with 17 points right now. Also 10 points from fellow senior Jeff Gerlach. And, of course, the other senior, Tyler LaCour, had 8 points, all coming in the first half. So all 3 seniors definitely playing a part here early on.
When we breeze past that pretty quickly, Brian Chambers, 17 points. Means he has 9 here in the second half. So playing well so far as I think all of his assists come in the second half, too.
Good defense there by English, helping on the original defender.
That one will go in favor of Concordia there. Both teams not happy with the calls they've got on their own side of the floor. But Chambers will inbound this. Eagles will have a fresh shot clock here. Down by 1. Chambers goes to drive the hoop. Passes off to Rob Taylor. He gets fouled as he's going up for the shot.
Yeah, I believe it was Kyle Gray.
Kyle Gray, sorry.
Gray has been really active this last week. He had 16 points, career high 9 rebounds in the win over Fresno Pacific on Thursday. And he's been really a very athletic player that they added to the mix this year. A transfer in, a junior as a class. And he's really been a guy that does a lot of the dirty work. But when given the opportunity, he has stepped up to the plate and carried a heavier load when needed. No gray area there when he comes to it. He really fills up the stat sheet. Made the free throw there. We're tied up at 62 now.
Up and good there from him.
(63-62) now. Gray's 2 free throws, putting CUI back in front.
And
Gray again
gets it right there. He's going to go coast to coast. They're saying he's not in the act of shooting there, so we'll come the other way. Fans are back on air here with you, CUIEagles.com. Eagles are in the lead, 63-62. They have the possession, had a fresh shot clock coming out of it. Skip past Jamel White in the corner. Jamel White for 3, just off there. I like that look. The bench liked that look. Wasn't able to put it down there.
Both these teams already with 20 victories on the season. It's the 15th time in Ken Ammon's 18 seasons here at Concordia.
Oh, Eagles didn't like that call there with Cale Knuckles in the air for the block. Knuckles going to pick up his first, team second. Well, and in conference, the Eagles are 17-3, and the Silver Swords are 14-5. So your stat obviously mentioning out-of-conference game, preseason games. The Eagles go ahead and get down there. I'll put 4 on the block there.
Members of the student section donning their white here on whiteout, trying to force a miss, and they do.
Cale Knuckles gets in there for the rebound. I just don't think I can talk enough about how impressive that young man has been this season. Ryan Chambers sends it over the side of the core.
Now he'll toy with the defender, and he'll hoist the three off the fingertips of Gray, rebounded by Dressler.
Eagles +1, 63-62. Just over 7 minutes left in this contest.
Chaminade won the first meeting back at their place by 3 points, 79-76. Could be a 3-point margin again tonight.
Well, we see Cartano back into the game here. Got to imagine the Eagles are going to attack him a little bit here. Send this one up, reset. Ball goes into LaCour.
Yeah. Now they double from behind. He swips it over. Good ball movement to Gray in the corner. The Gray zone in the corner.
Add that to his point total. 66-64. Eagles playing quite well.
We're talking about how he's an X factor and how he's really been coming on this week. 4 games in 8 days for both men's and women's Concordia basketball teams.
And it comes the other way. 66 all, the score here. And
another
reset.
3 from Gray.
Doesn't look good.
Off the side.
Comes back. They'll flip it up. Gray gets another steal on his side. He has been impressive this game. We've seen Kyle Gray all over the floor. Offense, defense. Jamel White with it.
Not a good idea. Good decision to not shoot the 3 there and get a better shot. Chambers will let it fly. That was a deep one. Not sure that was a better shot, but I like the aggressiveness. And there it is. A steal. Rips it away. 3-on-1.
The Eagles get the bucket there. We'll go the other way. 68-66. And you see the Silver Swords bring it back quickly there. Throw that one up. Get the bucket there. And Grant Dressler makes a little move to the fans there. Don't think he was happy with some of their chirping. Jamel White with it. Dishes the ball under to Knuckles. Knuckles looks to swing it high. Resets of Gray. Jamel White drives the hoop there. Comes off contact, and he's going to go to the charity stripe shooting 2.
No, I'll be honest there. To me, that looked like a clean block from behind. They must have called body on him because I thought it was hand rejecting that shot, at least on the initial defender from this angle.
To each his own.
and again, Jamel White right up there with Brian Chambers, the 2 best free throw shooters by far on the team, the high 80 percentile.
Oh.
And I apologize for that jinx to all the Concordia fans.
He didn't knock on wood. Entering the game here is Eric Shive for Chaminade, and then Rob Taylor and Jeff Gerlach for Concordia.
I may have to call a personal timeout just to regroup after that one. I apologize.
We only allow one of those a game, so you're done. Oh, goodness. And 68-69, Eagles trail by 1 here.
I think I just got unofficially teed up.
I think so. Rob Taylor into the game here. Kyle Gray's taking a break. I like what Coach Ammon's doing here because I got to imagine you're going to see Kyle Gray come in with about 2-3 minutes left here and finish out the game with how he's been playing.
Ooh, they work it inside to the big man. Shive, obviously so dangerous when he gets it in the painted area.
Jamel White picks up his second, team's third.
Got to inbound that tricky entry pass. Silver Swords are just like the Eagles, 2 of the best teams in the league at that little tricky one pass, one shot. See, he should have gone with his gut instinct and just let it fly initially.
Well, and that travel brought to you by Wyndham Hotels. Wyndham Hotels, when you travel to Irvine, stay Wyndham. Tyler LaCour into the game here for Concordia. Jamel White brings it down here. His Eagles trail by 1 here. Are going to look to open things up a little bit here. Brian Chambers still in the game. I don't know if he sat the whole game. Jamel White with it. Gerlach has been wanting that the whole game. He's not passing right here, I'm telling you.
They're not doubling either.
He makes the hoop there. I told you, he has been waiting for that the entire game. Wanted the ball to swing to that side and get it right there and work on his post move. He does so. Puts his Eagles in the lead by 1. His family in town here from Aussie land. Nice to have them here supporting their son this year.
We're all very proud of him and all of our seniors. Doing a great job out there and in the classroom as well. Nice handoff there. Give it back to him. Way off the mark there was Dressler. Taylor comes away with it and feeds it over to White to walk it up. Eagles up by 1 here.
Look for high percentage shots right here. Brings this one down. LaCour with it. Look for a quick spin move. There it is.
Nice.
Puts it in.
You called it.
You know, these bigs have been wanting the ball the whole game. They've been itching for the ball. And right there they get it. Open it up a little bit here. It's only 72-69. The Eagles look to trap there. Ball goes inbound. Mismatch, and he passes away. That's a little surprising to me there. Deep 3 doesn't go. And Ruffhead is going to... And they're wondering how he can do that if he fell there. A lead by 3. Ball is going to the Silver Swords here. 3 minutes, 7 seconds if you want to be exact. Fresh shot clock for the Silver Swords. And they call a timeout here, saying no one was home. And both teams 2 timeouts apiece here. So we'll go ahead and John O'Neill, Ben Rosehart on air, Queagles.com. Eagles looking for a stop here on defense. A big 3-point shot goes from the outside. Tyler LaCour misjudges it. Eric Shive not able to do it. Ball resets.
Cartano with the O board. Rob Taylor hit the ground hard, and he's in some pain as he went for that one right around midcourt.
Oh, goodness. You saw both teams fly of the half, though. So Chaminade will take over possession. 26 seconds on the shot clock. 3 minutes into this one. Gerlach picks up his 3rd. Team's 5th.
He's had a dozen points tonight. Brian Chambers with 17. Tyler LaCour, another senior, with 10. And you also have Kyle Gray with 13. There's that inbounds right around the rim, but it's a chaotic play there. If one more foul goes against Concordia, I feel like the fans are going to start rioting.
That's a tough one.
I believe it's on Jamel White, number 3.
He picks up his 3rd, team 6th.
Tough call there. Both teams obviously going for it, but you just got to respect the whistle, and there is another tricky inbounds. Credit the Silver Swords staying consistent and persistent. 1-point game now. 72-71. Eagles up 1 with the ball. 2:40 to go. Eagles have 2 timeouts remaining. Chaminade only with 1 TO in their back pocket. That's White taking a little contact. No whistle. So let them play on. Chambers on the pick by Gerlach. He gets kind of in the middle there, just off the rim with the bounce. Didn't go.
And a 1-point game. The Silver Swords will bring it across. Just over 2 minutes in this one. We said it was going to come down to the wire, and it is here. Both teams burning some clock here. The Eagles are going to look to trap. Ball's flipped up to the 12. Reset here. Bucket goes in. That'll go for Eric Shive.
That puts the Silver Swords up 73-72. Here we go. Under 2 minutes to go. The 2-minute warning is gone.
And Brian Chambers slows things up, transitions to the other side, goes to throw it in, and there's a foul called there. One's going to go against Eric Shive, picks up his 2nd, team's 8th there. Chambers will be taking 2 here. So everyone will relax in the first one. Ball is up and good. Second one, everyone's moving on here. Shot is up and good as well. Chambers will give his team the 1-point lead here. We said it was going to be a nail biter down to the wire, and it is. What a game here in the CU Arena. Drive the hoop here and get a foul there. That one's going against number 10, Kyle Gray, his first, team's seventh, sorry. A 1-and-1 at the line here, 1-and-1 for Grant Dressler. Dressler, the score leader here with 22 for his team. Crowd's getting a little loud here. Shot is up, no good. The Eagles will come down with a rebound there. They're giving that rebound will just count towards the crowd there as they were pumped up and got very loud.
Making a difference here on Whiteout Night, a.k.a. Senior Night as well. Student section get into it now. White toying with the defender but closed out well.
8 seconds in the shot clock here. Kyle Gray's going to need to pull up here.
Tyler going for it.
Lays that in. And a foul called there. That one's going to go against Shive, picking up his third, team's 9th. LaCour will take 2 from the charity stripe here.
1:01 to go. Eagles up 2 now after the first freebie falls. 75-73.
He's a 57% free throw shooter on the season here. So
I got a good feeling about both of these two now. He made the first one. He's taking his time. Look good.
Very good there. We'll get those. Eagles lead by 3. We'll look for a stop here as they give the ball back to Tyler Cartano. And the gym gets a little bit more loud here. Cartano was slowing things down, and coach says, no, we're going to speed things up. Once tipped away there, it'll stay in favor of the visiting Silver Swords. 15 seconds in the shot clock, 45 and a half. John O'Neill, Ben Rosehart back on air at CYEagles.com. The Eagles try to deny the inbound here. Ball comes over. The reset, 10 seconds on the shot clock here. And they'll need to reset. A big pull-up three-pointer will go there for Grant Dressler. 33.9 seconds is on the clock there. So 3.5 second difference between shot clock, game clock. So we're going to go ahead and see where things are going here. Eagles are going to burn it down. It's a tie ball game. They're going to hold for, relatively speaking, last shot here. Brian Chambers kicks it out to Jamel White. They'll reset here. And Eagles will call a timeout with 16 seconds in the shot clock. 13 seconds in the shot clock, 16 seconds in the game clock. Wow. We have had an amazing game here. 13 seconds in the shot clock is the number you're going to want to watch right now. Eagles will inbound here. They're going to look to get the ball to Brian Chambers. They bring it into Gerlach. 10 seconds in the shot clock. Gerlach with it. Gives the ball over to Kyle Gray. Gray is going to drive the hoop here. Lays it in. Doesn't go. And the ball's flipping the other way. 3 seconds. Eagles are going to need to block it here. Throwing this one up. No good from Nicholas Anderson. We're going to overtime here in the CU Arena. Tied up at 76. Timeout added to them. So Eagles have 2 timeouts, and you're seeing the visiting Silver Swords have 1 timeout. And the Silver Swords will go ahead and get that one. Also, team fouls remain the same. So both in the bonus, but the next foul on the Silver Swords will put them in the double bonus there.
What a game, John. What a game here.
It really is. Eagles have played quite well. The Silver Swords have moved the ball all over the place. Played amazing defense there. 2 very, very good teams.
Vying for that coveted second seed or potentially top seed. The Eagles could still get the number 1 seed in the Pac West Conference Tournament. Point Loma will be hosting Concordia next Saturday. They defeated Fresno Pacific tonight. There's Brian Chambers with a long three, no, but Cam English,
English is there to pick it up. Folks, Cam English is looking good. We've talked about him all season.
What a rebound. That's a great offensive rebound.
Throw it down, big man. Throw it down.
Eagles by 2 in the early going here in OT. A minute gone.
Ball flips around. Eagles will reset. They can slow things down here. They're up by 2. Take some high percentage points. Send the ball the other way here. Jamel White with it. Keel Knuckles wants the ball here. Ryan Chambers has it. Tells everyone, clear out. I'm going to drive the hoop and put it in. He does. He gets the bucket there. A nice move from Chambers to the basket. He adds his 19th point. 7 rebounds, 7 assists for him. What a night.
Here on senior night.
Last game here in the CU Arena for these seniors.
Ooh, tough left-handed layup up and good by the Anaheim native Nicholas Anderson.
Nicholas Anderson drove that basket, looked extremely impressive, 80-78. Like to welcome what I'm sure are on air, our Point Loma fans that are finishing out watching this one now that they've gotten the win over Fresno Pacific and are coming into this one while it's on overtime here, seeing what it's going to look like and how much this game is going to matter here.
If the Eagles win this game, they do clinch a bye in the first round of the conference tournament. And we'll play Point Loma for the number 1 seed next week at their place. If Chaminade escapes here on the road, they would sweep the season series against Concordia and still be in the mix for a bye. Double team there on Anderson by the Eagles. He's in trouble. Kyle Gray gets a piece. Cam English again comes up with it. What a play again by him in overtime here.
What a night from Cam English. He's been stepping it up and slowly getting better all season long. And then right there, you are seeing him to step it up big time. Calls a timeout on the floor. Eagles lead by 2. 16 seconds in the shot clock, just over 2 minutes. Ben, close us out.
2 big-time plays there by English. The offensive rebound.
They've been great here at the CU Arena. But I'll tell you, Point Loma is not an easy place to go play. And you know what? The kick ball there actually helps the Eagles a little bit because the shot clock should reset to 20 seconds.
Yeah.
So it gives them a little more time.
Wait. We're good.
The official smiles there at head coach Ken Ammon for 20 seconds.
We're good.
But Eagles will get that. They'll take that. As they get it and run it the other way. I mean, it's only a difference of 4 or 5 seconds, but they'll take it. Happy with that. Tyler LaCour drives it, steps back. He pulls the big man out of the mix there. That's the best thing about it. He wants to drive the hoop and do work. Uses the glass, goes around. Shive comes up with a rebound. And they'll reset, swinging the ball to the corner here, driving the hoop on the inside. Kicks it to the corner there. Shive with a big three-point shot doesn't go. Tyler LaCour with the rebound. Eagles are +2 with a minute and a half left in this one.
Minute 30 to go, 80-78. What a game tonight by both these teams.
And you know what? Another player we got to give some credit to on air here is you see Tyler Creighton. He has been on the mix the whole time. Kyle Gray for 3.
Whoa.
And that's a his point total. Folks, Kyle Gray throws it up, opens up the game, leads by 5. Silver Swords go to answer back, don't get it. Cam English gets the rebound. Brian Chambers will bring it across. Less than 1 minute left. What a night. Kyle Gray with 2 seconds puts that one up there.
Ken Ammon wants to run horns here, but they're all over Chambers, and eventually it's, I believe, Andre Aerosol with the foul, the personal foul there, just to at least stop the clock, because now that's the Silver Swords' worst enemy.
And Jamel White's calling for the fans to step it up and make some noise here. The Eagles are leading by 5. Brian Chambers at the charity stripe for Concordia. First one is up and good.
He shoots right around 88%. Again, that's one of the 2 guys on the team you want at the charity stripe at a time like this, along with Jamel White, the Louisiana native, also very, very solid at the line.
Ryan Chambers sits here, puts his second shot up. Add that to his point total. The Eagles lead by 7. Can't give up any easy fouls here. So contest shots, but don't get fouls is what Coach Ammon is saying here.
This team can make threes, so look out. Nifty move underneath by Dressler.
Dressler was a little upset he didn't get the foul call. 35 point. Eagle fans are back on air here with you at CYEagles.com. And Eagles look to inbound this. Brian Chambers gets it, and they're going to foul him with just 3 seconds coming off the clock. He's not the guy that you want to foul or let the ball get inbounded to, but really there's not anyone on the court. Maybe you want to put the ball in Cam English's hands, but with how he's been playing today, I don't want him getting anywhere close to the ball.
You mentioned Tyler LaCour shoots under 60% from the line, but he did make his last 2 freebies when he was there earlier. So Chambers again, money at the line. He's up to 24 points now.
24 points in the night. Kyle Gray with 16, Jeff Gerlach with 12, and Tyler LaCour with 12.
Those 2 trays by Kyle Gray, one from the corner, one from the wing, crucial times, and they both were knocked down.
Gets them both there as the Eagles lead by 7.
Even my man Andrew, the security guy, is just in disbelief about how good this game has been here tonight.
He's happy.
Ooh, wow.
And they're going to say it's an offensive foul there going against Grant Dressler. You know what? I like that call because the officials are really trying to work against flops. And you see right there, he throws that up, and he comes, when he went to throw it up and act like he got fouled, went into the other defender. And so,
in general, you're saying, right?
Yes.
In college basketball, right?
Yes.
Right, I got you.
And we've seen that in D1 ball
Absolutely,
quite a bit here. So in D2, you're seeing that right there, officials saying, hey, if you're going to do that and get anywhere close to another defender, we'll blow the whistle.
Chambers wide open again with the Eagles up 7. And they do call the foul on the Anaheim native, Anderson.
Anderson picks up his 4th. Team's in the double bonus, but that's 12 if you're counting. 21.3. If Brian Chambers makes both of them, I don't know if you press the tempo on offense, obviously, but do you keep fouling if you miss one, if you're a Silver Swords? I mean, down if it happens to be 9.
This one's just about over, but obviously I totally respect the team always trying to get back into it. I mean, it's 88-80 right now, John, and I think the Eagles have pretty much wrapped this one up here on senior night. Chambers, again, a swish at the line. Really impressive performance by them down the stretch here.
And Silver Sword's going to have to go for 3s here.
Well, he goes for the deuce.
Cam English gets back. They'll inbound the ball over to Chambers. And that foul call going against Dressler, picking up his 4th.
Eagles are going to clinch a first-round bye at the upcoming Pac-West Conference Tournament, which will be in San Rafael, hosted by Dominican.
To clarify what you're meaning is the top 6 teams will go.
Correct.
Teams 1 and 2 get the bye out of the first round up there.
Correct.
So that is where we're at. And with that means it's going to be Point Loma and Concordia that will get that. And this is, what a season.
Vying for that top seed, and Point Loma obviously 1 game ahead of them in the standings after tonight's game goes final. So that was a great game when Point Loma was here. Also an overtime matchup.
I just want to point out, Brian Chambers picks up his first foul of the game right there. So that is his first foul. Team's 8th there. So getting the 1-and-1 at the line with 6.6 seconds left here. The fans are singing na 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 na. They're getting their keys out and shaking them up a little bit here. They're happy to get a big win here in the CU Arena.
Chambers with 29 points. Dressler also with another huge game for Chaminade. 27 points for him. A double-double as well with 10 rebounds. Seniors Jeff Gerlach and Tyler LaCour doing their part with 12 points each. And there's LaCour with another rebound.
And they pass this one off. Eagles are going to get the W here. Cam English throws that one down hard. It's not going to count there. But Eagles take the win, 91-83. Fans, thanks for joining us.